position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The gun, they'll run it inside. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Creates a little space.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, but he just decided to take off.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Garrett. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Sun Devils had this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Might be changing the route. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires on the move. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
The quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job.
Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Under fire. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. 1st down.
He's looking to throw. Picked off to stop the threat. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rushes on him. On the run, fires downfield. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Gets it out fast. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw it. Got his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously.
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Quick release on the RPO. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on. There he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Buys a little time. He'll throw it. Pulls it in. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The Sun Devils trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Here we go, set. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to barge their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline by this defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. You know, the numbers for Notre Dame receivers aren't always prolific, but you think of Tim Brown, Rocket Ismail, Jeff Samardzija. They've had a lot of tremendous receivers. This guy fits right in that category.
Yeah, and when you think about the...
Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Using the quick game. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. And would they dare be aggressive on 3rd down this deep in their own territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Card in the backfield. It's McNabb. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Offense, quick tempo. looking to throw on third. He uncorks one deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will boot it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
A pickup of 8. 2nd down.
Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Off the RPO, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Pressure coming. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Irish! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fountain. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He'll keep it on the sneak. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
That's caught. It's McNabb running to Green. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Arizona State! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing it in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Handoff to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Well, this defense knew coming in, they were going to see some RPO, they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He wants to throw it again. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a way to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Wants to fire on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He's got it on the right. Runs through the tap and runs through another one. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field. And as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
31, Arizona State, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. He'll set up to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
First and goal, Notre Dame.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Going right to work up top. Gets it out quickly. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Grove. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Punt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
The Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Tries to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough today.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Grabbed behind the line. It's McNabb. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
To the air on second down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Keeps looking downfield. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Arizona State.
And the Sun Devils will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all.
On the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fit it in the window for the score.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough